All right, guys, how's it going? So, in this morning's review of the Spanish football dailies, I touched on this story here in Sport, which is the Pro Barcelona newspaper, if you like. I went over it briefly in that video to do with everything that was in the paper today, because otherwise we would have been, it would have been an hour long or something like that. So I said I'd do a standalone video. This is it. So this video is specifically about this report here. Now, in a nutshell, Sport claim that Mo Salah's agent, Ramy Abbas, offered or approached Barcelona in November of last year, a couple of months back, 3 months ago now, I guess, and, to see if they would be interested in doing business, if you like. That was put to the board of directors, if you like, at Barcelona, who then, would to consider maybe making a move for him in the summer. No mention of making a move for him in January and paying a fee, but maybe they could be interested in doing something for him, to try and sign Mo Salah in the summer on a free. Also, the article says that since then, Ramy Abbas has offered Salah to Real Madrid, and he's waiting to see if Real Madrid come back with a concrete offer from Florentino Perez, the president, and basically the article suggests that, Salah would be up for that if he has to leave Liverpool, if nothing is, worked out with Liverpool, which is interesting because this is the pro, Barcelona newspaper. They're saying that, he could, be interested in Real Madrid and waiting for an offer. It's not like Real Madrid propaganda where they're saying, oh, he's been offered to us because we're such a great club, blah, blah, blah. Do you get me drift? So it's from a Barcelona viewpoint. So I'm going to go through the article with you. And it says here on November the 5th, Luis Miguel Sanz, that's a journalist, football journalist, reported in Sport that Mohamed Salah's name was on the table for Barcelona's sporting directors as a possible transfer target for the upcoming summer. I don't remember seeing that. And I can assure you that I haven't missed a single edition of Sport. So I'm wondering if that was maybe mentioned, on the website or something like that. I don't know. I certainly don't recall going over that with you guys. Maybe we did. Maybe I forgot. Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, basically they say November the 5th, Miguel Sanz reported in Sport that Mo Salah's name was on the table as a possible transfer target for the upcoming summer. 2 months later, we can confirm that Salah is still considering leaving the Premier League to take on one last short-term challenge in Europe before eventually heading to Saudi Arabia. Salah has not yet made a final decision about his future. To make it sound like he's thinking of leaving Liverpool, he doesn't want to leave Liverpool. I think that's pretty obvious. He's not yet made a final decision about his future. His contract with Liverpool expires at the end of the season, and by the summer, he will turn 33 years old. However, he still feels that he has more to win in top-level European football before moving on, like to Saudi. Salah's inner circle continues to operate discreetly. So basically, Ramy Abbas. Late last year, his name was linked to Barcelona, and now at the beginning of 2025, his representatives have also contacted Real Madrid, making it clear that Salah would be open to considering a move to the Santiago Bernabeu if Florentino Perez's club were willing to make a concrete offer. In other words, if Madrid decides to sell one of their attacking stars, offers for Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo are reportedly on the table, Salah would be an available option, albeit at 33 years old. It is no secret that Liverpool's 2024-25 team is in a strong position to win the Premier League and compete at the highest level in the Champions League. This is a significantly different scenario compared to previous seasons when Liverpool struggled to compete with Manchester City in the league and faced several disappointments in Europe. These factors could be key in persuading Salah to reconsider a contract renewal. Okay, so what they're saying from the Spanish side of things, or the Barcelona point of view, or what might be happening with Real Madrid, might be accurate. But this it doesn't seem like this particular journalist is clued up on what is actually happening at Liverpool. Because it says these factors could be key in persuading Salah to consider a contract renewal. He doesn't need persuading; he wants to stay, But there's obviously, a deadlock over the contract, proposals, right? Salah's representatives insist that nothing has been decided yet regarding his future. His fitness remains excellent, and his desire to compete at the highest level is as strong as ever. Mid-February is still a time to gather all possible offers and evaluate his next move after June 30th. So that's supposedly the view of his agent there. So they're insisting, or Ramy Abbas is insisting, that he's yet to decide his future. His fitness remains excellent. He still has the desire to compete at the highest level. And at this stage now, mid-February, it's still a time for the agent to gather all possible offers and evaluate his next move beyond June 30th. Salah's quality, as Rafa Benitez would say, quality, for sure, is unquestionable. But his age, 33, and high wages, reportedly 15 million euros net per season, are major factors that clubs must consider carefully before making a move. While Salah has yet to make a final decision, his representatives continue to explore options beyond the Premier League, without immediately jumping to Saudi Arabia. Barcelona has been aware of this since November, and now Real Madrid are also in the loop. Should Vinicius leave or Rodrigo be sold? And I'm not quite sure as to whether or not there would be an opening at Real Madrid to enable that to happen. So let's just very quickly go over this article again. Sport, the pro-Barcelona newspapers, say Barcelona were approached in November. Would you be interested in maybe doing business on a free transfer? This is normal work for the agent. Even if the agent is hoping to strike a deal with Liverpool, the agent obviously has to look at every possible avenue, and every option. So this is normal. I don't remember us talking about this in November. I honestly can't remember. What I would suggest, if you have the time, because some of you do have time, I don't, was there anything around November 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to do with Mo Salah in the news? Was Mo Salah chirping away back then? That would be interesting. Because maybe Salah said something publicly, showed some, displeasure or frustration, and then the agent's like, do you know what, fuck it, I'm going to speak to Barca. Do you know what I mean? If I get a chance, I'll have a look around those days. So the agent, Ramy Abbas, offers him to Barcelona in November. The suggestion in that article is there's running dialogue since then in terms of being kept, up to date. The agent apparently is saying, hey, we're still open. He hasn't made a decision about his future. Maybe that's the picture that the agent wants to present to other clubs. Oh, well, he hasn't made a decision yet. And now the Barcelona media are saying, well, hang on a minute, he's now offering him to Real Madrid, excuse me, and if there is a concrete proposal from Florentino Perez, then that is a destination that Mo Salah would like to consider. But I do think it's with a great big asterisk, if he can't extend with Liverpool, which is what I think he wants to do, and what I still think will happen. I can't see him leaving Liverpool. I just think that there would be such a backlash, And what you have to ask yourself is the agent, Ramy Abbas, is he doing this to try and get, this in the news to put pressure on Liverpool? Because, mark my words, Liverpool will know about this today. I mean, they're obviously watching my YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? But they will know about this. Oh, look what's happening over there, So you've got to think to yourself, is it genuine? Is it the agent really trying to look at a possible move to Barcelona or Real Madrid? Or is it to try and put pressure on, like the agent just trying to get his name in the papers, which I think he's trying to do previously with PSG, but that bombed. PSG came out immediately and said, nah, we're looking at young players. I think it's probably a bit of both, to be honest with you. I think it's, the agent's got to speak to other clubs, but also he wants it out there, right? What's interesting is Deco, if you watch my reviewed the Spanish papers today. Deco, he's the sporting director. He's the man responsible for transfers. He is. Let me think. Let me try not to get into Luis Diaz stuff too much in this video. He's been doing a media tour at the moment. You know, like putting himself out there for interviews on the radio. There's a 6-page spread in Sport Today from Deco. What was the point? Why was I telling you that? In the interview, he doesn't mention Mo Salah. He doesn't mention Luis Diaz or anything, but he talks about general, transfer things and existing Barcelona players. But the reason why I mention it, all right, so Deco doesn't mention him in his 6-page exclusive or whatever in here today, but immediately, on the same day, that the time that they've had a sit down with Deco, the sporting director, this comes out. The Luis Diaz claims comes out. So maybe, Deco has gone like, look, off the record, I can't put it in with the interview, but this is what's happened. He was offered to us in November. It's my understanding that his agents now offered him to Real Madrid and things like that. I'm not treating this as idle speculation. I think there's some truth in this, guys, all right? I don't think it really affects us at the moment. The agent's doing his work, whether that's to genuinely look for an option for his client or just to play it out a little bit in the media. I think you've got Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards trying to show they're the big, we are, big I am, whatever, we can negotiate this, that, we're the best negotiators. You were right to employ as FSG and that, look, we can get great deals and all that. So, and they know that, Mo Salah hasn't really got any options at the moment, because you don't see in there, Barcelona are considering this. The chance of moving to Real Madrid would be subject to, someone leaving, and there's no talk of that happening at the moment, really, credibly. So Liverpool are in a strong position, because they're kind of like, well, the only place you're going to go and get the money we're offering you, the deal we're offering you, is in Saudi. Even the article says there that the player isn't really interested in Saudi at the moment. So Liverpool are in a strong position that way. And then you look at it from the flip side, from Ramy Abbas's side, he'll be there thinking, well, yeah, but if you let Mo Salah, my client, leave Liverpool on a free transfer, the fans are going to go fucking mental. So fine, we'll just sit here and wait. And I think that's what's happened with this standoff. I think that's why this one has gone on for so long. I really do, because each side thinks they're in pole position. Someone's got to cave at some point. Obviously, Ramy Abbas was in London the other week. I forget when it was. It was right at the end of January, just before the transfer window closed. I saw that as a positive thing. Everybody online, the clickbaiters and the Twitter twats were like, oh, he's in London, because I saw the phone box, the black cabs, the Union Jack and everything. I went a bit further and found out exactly where he fucking was, which you'll know if you follow my content. And he was within walking distance of Liverpool FC's offices, right? So I just think, despite what we're seeing here, I wouldn't look at that in a way and think, oh, that's a bit off-putting, Dunk, because, why are we reading that? Which is what I always say to you, why are we reading that? I think we're reading that because Deco's done this, this media sit-down, this 6-page interview with Sport, and he's basically telling them something about something that happened in November. And he's now saying, I assume, I don't know. And yeah, since then we've heard that he's talking to Real Madrid. So I don't think this is anything to concern yourself about if you want Mo Salah to stay at Liverpool. I still remain confident, honestly, guys, I do. I just think there'd be holy fucking hell on if he left, Virgil left or whatever. Trent's another thing altogether, it looks like he's going there. But even the Spanish media, they're saying like it's 90% done. Well, if it's 90% done, it's not 100% done. And the one thing the Spanish media keeps saying is the only thing that can stop that deal from happening is if the player U-turns. So I'm not quite sure he's going to U-turn, but it's still an option until something's inked, right? So I'm going to leave that with you. I wanted to, you see, this is like 15 minutes long, so if I'd have put that in the other video, we'd have been there all day. And that's basically your latest, the latest claims from Spain with this. Remember, there's no real talking here of Barcelona being interested. It's like, oh, we were offered him in November, it's something we could maybe do, but nothing. Or I don't remember touching on it. Do you remember us touching on that in November? I don't remember. But listen, do have a look and see when Mo said any of these comments publicly. See if he said anything around that, 5th to 12th of November or something, or then first couple of weeks of November, because that'd be interesting, I think. And again, I'll just point out again, I think we're seeing this because Deco's doing this media round, and he did this 6-page interview with the Barcelona newspaper. Let me just see if I can show you what I mean. Here we go. Look, there he is. So obviously the front there, and you know, it's this huge. I've gone through the whole thing, guys. It took me fucking ages today to go through this. All you know, to do with Deco and Barcelona, etc., etc. So, and then of course this one, I don't know if you can see this, Luis Diaz. I'm going to do another video about this shortly, but I've got the live stream to do now in 6 minutes time. So I'll have to do that video after that. All right. So I hope I've explained everything to you properly in this. Please, if there's something you don't understand, or if I've not explained it very well, just ask in the comment section, and I will try and explain that to you. So yeah, that's the latest claims. Mo Salah's agent has previously offered his client to Barcelona in November. And if you believe Sport, which has no reason to big Real Madrid up, then the agent has offered him to Real Madrid as well. And you know, if there is a concrete proposal coming in from Real Madrid, Salah would welcome that. But I still think it's got the asterisk, like, but only if he's to leave Liverpool. Although there was this Egyptian plan years ago where Salah wanted to end up at Real Madrid in his career. So, but right now there's no sign of Real Madrid having any interest in him, guys. There isn't. You might see little reports online or from shitty radio stations or Twitter twats or whatever. But the people that I listen to, you know, that I follow, there's no suggestion of Mo Salah there. But with this being published today, sorry, that's gone now. With that being published in Sport today, it would be interesting to see if any of the Madrid-based journalists come back with anything tomorrow or over the weekend or next week. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll see what we see. So they'll be like, oh, hang on a minute. They will no doubt now, I'm sure, reach out to Real Madrid, you know, Perez, and say, well, has he been offered to you? So let's keep an eye on that one. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the vid. I go to the cafe every morning and review these for you. I enjoy it. It gets me out, you know what I mean? And thanks to you guys buying me a coffee, I'm able to do that. All right, so if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment if you've got anything or an opinion about any of this. I wouldn't worry too much about it, to be honest with you. Yeah, and if you want to buy me a coffee or a beer or whatever, hit the super thanks button. It's the love heart under the video, and I'll give a shout out to you in tomorrow morning's briefing and tell the fucking world how amazing you are. All right.